Spoons. Spoons, spoony, spoony, spoon, spoons. Spoons? Spoons, spoons, spoons. 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 So, spoons. 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 Hi everybody and welcome to Jewellery with Annabel. This is a new thing, so bear with me. At first I couldn't say anything, so that's why I was just saying spoons a lot. But what I've got here for you today is some spoons. So first things first, what you're going to do is when you get your silver spoon, clean it in the big ultrasonic or with a toothbrush and warm water, because you want to get all the dirt out, because when you heat it up to anneal it, it's going to smell like a barbecue, because sometimes human skin get in things and it doesn't smell nice when you burn it. So I have I found 3 silver spoons in a charity shop, and I got them for £15 altogether, but from the stamps on the back, which I'm going to try and show you, my camera might not work very well, but they are definitely silver. You can tell by what the stamps say. Sometimes you might find them with EPNS on, which means electroplated nickel silver, but these are hallmarked sterling silver 925. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with them yet. This is kind of just a mess around kind of episode, because it's going to be the first one. But yeah, I'm going to make some jewellery, maybe some rings, maybe some earrings, maybe both, maybe pendants. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to go with the flow with this one. In the future I probably will, or I should, have things planned, but for now we're doing this my random way. But on these silver spoons, as you can see, 2 of them, well, you will be able to see, 2 of them have initials engraved on them, as well as the hallmark. But I'm just giving you a nice look of the before, and one of them doesn't have any initials on, so it's just plain. So I might make the hallmark the feature on this ring, because there's no other discernible items to it, and there's no fancy pattern, so I'm just going to make some nice simple rings, at least 3 rings. I might make the spoon parts into a pendant. I might chop them up, I might make them part of the ring. Again, just going with the flow with this one. So with this one, it has no discernible, this one does have some engraving on the end. So I might make that the feature. Sometimes the spoons have different patterns on, they have different engravings, different size spoons as well. But I'm really just going to go with the flow. So I think I'll make that one into the ring with the feature of the engraving. And the other one, that was my cat, Nala. The other one doesn't have any engraving, so I think we'll just use the hallmark as the feature. So what I've got here to show is some nice earrings that I've made from spoons, but I also made top parts into brooches, as there were fancy flowers, different types as well. Now these I call my little shield rings. They're made from just tiny little teaspoons that, again, I think they were from the sugar spoons. These guys are really random. I smashed that down and folded it, and it's got a nice little twisty bit as well. So just making key features out of them. This one is a bit bulky. I'm not really finished it yet. But again, I used the engraving and the hallmark to make it a feature. But these are the entire spoons, so they are quite bulky. So I have changed it up a bit, but this is just to show you how you can have different styles, different versions, do different things with them. I've never come across any silver forks, though. Only spoons or sugar tongs. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you those just before we get on with it, just to show you options that you can do. There's no boundaries really, obviously, apart from what you're working with, which is a spoon. So next job is to anneal the spoon, the clean spoon. It's got to be clean again, otherwise it's going to smell like a barbecue, and it smells horrible and it gives you nightmares because it smells like burning flesh. Anyway, this, you've got to heat it up, you've got to anneal it. I think I've turned the light off just now so I can show you a bit better. Excuse the messy soldering plate. I tidied everything except that up, but whatever. It's not going to change anything really. So you've got to anneal the entire thing up to a nice red, just to make sure that it's all gone all soft and loosey-goosey, so you can bend it around and do what you want with it. I think I'm just going to start with this one and not do all of them at the same time. I might do multiple ones in the future, but for now it's just this one, and I've got a cat in my workbench. Excuse me. Not late. Anyway, so once that's annealed, you want to quench it. Well, you want to put it in the acid. You want to just make it nice and clean, yeah? So when you get it out, you want to dry it afterwards. My cat's playing with my feet, which is really annoying. Nice and dry. Nice and soft as well. So you can see the engraving still there. We've not melted anything. It's just nice and soft, ready to, woo, bend. So again, like I said, I think I'm going to make this one a feature with the engraving on the outside, because then the hallmark could be quite traditionally on the inside. But first, let's start smacking this thing up. So I'm flattening the bowl of the spoon. I can't remember the exact term right now. You need to use a steel flat plate. Again, anyone who's watching this that knows what they're doing, my flat plate is messy. I know I need to like clean it and make it nice again, but for now, I'm not. And then I just start smacking it with the round end of a hammer, of a metal hammer, instead of a hide mallet. I'm not really sure what I was trying to do. I think I was going for just a hammered textured look, but I think it was giving me a headache, so I stopped. And it didn't really, there wasn't enough metal for this either, because obviously the spoon bowl is quite thin already. But as you'll see in part 2, I'm going to do something a little bit different with the spoon bowls. I'm not going to say it right now, but it is going to be slightly different. Okay, so here I'm not sure what I'm doing. I shouldn't have tried using the snips to cut that, because I know it's too thick. I just couldn't find my wire cutters. So ignore that. What I do have instead, or what I should have done, sorry, is I should have used my saw straight away and just cut it off, because I'm not going to use the entire spoon. I'm going to split them up to get as much out of them as I possibly can. So I'm putting a new saw in the saw frame. Excuse me, sorry, I just had to put my cat away because she was just being too naughty. She's a baby, but yeah. So you put your saw blade in, and then I started cutting it at the wrong place because I wanted to make a bail out of itself, like so the chain can go through. So I move it up a little bit higher. I mean, I can, if you made a mistake of where to saw it, you can fill it with solder again. It's not the best option. Obviously, the best option is to do it right the first time, but I mean, we're not all perfect, are we? I'm definitely not. So I'm filing it because I think I have an idea to do something with leaves. But for now, I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just filing this round a bit. So we bring the spoons back out, just the handles. And what we're going to do next, like with any other ring that you do with the piece of metal you've got, you should really bend both ends just to be able to, it just helps when you put it on the mandrel in order to make it round. It helps if both ends are curved slightly. So start giving it a smack, good smack, smackety smack smack with the hide mallet, guys, hide mallet, because all you want to do is form it. You don't want to cause any change into the actual metal itself, but you want to make it nice and round. And I'm going to keep this really simple. I don't think I'm going to solder it together. Sometimes, like with the tiny shield spoons, I solder it together. I think for these ones, I'm going to leave open, just in case someone, because I've got a craft fair in like a week, and just in case someone wants to buy it on the day, but they don't know the size, at least it can be opened or shut a bit more. It just gives you a bit more leeway with things. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a cheat. Normally I would solder it down because I like really practical things, and this might, with it open, there's always a chance of catching. But that's the same with any design. If there's anything sticking out, then it's going to get caught on something. I mean, unless you don't do anything and you just sit there and look pretty, which, well done. You don't get to do anything. That's fine, but I'm sure it must be boring. Anyway, make it nice and round. Yeah, fits. Doesn't feel uncomfortable. Got to check it. And then, oh, there you go. This is my cat. Little bugger. So, doing the same thing again. I'm just going to file the ends into a rounded point, not like a sharp daggery point, just a nice rounded point, just so it's just so the aesthetic looks quite nice, really. And it's on the same on each one then as well. I think at this point I'm just, I have no idea what to do. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes I should, I know I should plan things out a bit better, but I just wanted to have a bit of fun. So, once I've done that, for the same process for all three of the bands, well, the handles of the spoons, I gotta clean it up. Go and clean it up with my, I'm not sure actually, I think I'm just going to polish it, yeah. Get a bit of rouge, which is quite a standard jeweller's polishing compound. Oh yeah, I'm going back and forth. So here I'm just taking off a tiny bit of the metal of the end of the handle so it curves around a bit more. And then, I mean, I should have opened them. I mean, I should have opened them up a bit, as they're not, you know, soldered together. I could have opened them a bit to, which I will do in a second, I think, you know, to clean it up properly instead of just going around. Rookie mistake. I do, you know, people make mistakes, but as long as you learn from them and don't keep doing it, oh, what's the problem? So I'm just like cleaning up the file marks I've just put in with the wet and dry little guy, and then I'm going to polish them. But you'll see that I opened them to do polishing, which was silly because I should have done that when I was wet and drying them. Oh, nice and shiny. See, there we go. Opened it, polished it, push it back. I mean, come on, Annabelle, what are you doing? Anyway, making up nice and shiny, making them nice and sparkly. Because for some reason, people are like magpies. People are really attracted to shiny things, which I can understand, but it's just funny to watch as a jeweller that when someone brings something in that's just needs a quick clean, quick polish, and then they come back to collect it, and they're like, my goodness gracious me, this is absolutely amazing. And it's like, well, I mean, foil's shiny, you know, I don't know. I don't really know where I stand on that. Anyway, polishing it up, nice and shiny. Just do that for all three. And then basically they're ready to go back into the ultrasonic, which is, if you don't know, it's just like a small little bath that you can put a timer on with a heater, and it just shakes all the dirt out. Gets all the dirt out from all the nooks and crannies. But if you don't have that, you can use an old toothbrush, tiny bit of fairy liquid soap, and just some warm water, and just gently brush at it until it's gone. That takes a long time though, so we're doing the ultrasonic because I've got it and I can use it, so I'm going to. Here's Nala, just chilling out, whilst the spoons are in the ultrasonic. Just thought I'd go and have a look, see what she's doing. Hello, Nala! Yeah. So this was pre-recorded, so now she's not as cute or chill. She's mowing in the background in my bedroom, but she's cute when she's quiet. So here I'm just showing you where all the details are. So for two of them, oh, there we go, into the ultrasonic. Two of them, woo! Yeah, two of them have the DH on the outside. Here's Nala again, just messing around. They have a DH, I think it's a DH. It looks a bit like a double S, but it's not an S. It's definitely not SS, it's just someone's initials. I haven't checked what the hallmark is from though, so I will put that in the description of how old these are. Because these sugar tongs, I think, with the the tiny shield spoons that I showed you, I think they're 100 years old. Again, when you come across them, you will have to have a look to see how good the metal is. And here you go. Some nice shiny spoon handle rings. Here you go, guys. A close up. I have just put my sticky fingers all over them, so excuse any marks, but I've given them a light polish. I wouldn't say this is a high finish polish because they're old spoons. I don't really want to ruin them, but yeah, I think they look pretty good. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, what you think. If you've got any suggestions, anything like that. But there will be a part 2 where I'm going to make something with the actual spoon bowls. I think they're going to be leaf earrings. Maybe they're going to be leaf pendants. I'm not sure. I think leaf. I'm going to go with leaf. But yeah, quite simple. Well, simple enough and quite effective. And they're cheaper as well, especially if you can find them for like £1 and you know they're silver. It's like boom. Anyway, I'll see you next week with the rest of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.